Have you ever scrolled through social media and noticed that your friends seem to look more attractive in group photos than in solo shots? Or maybe you've been at a party, glanced across the room and thought, wow, everyone here looks so good, only to realize later in one-on-one conversations that the magic somehow fades. If this sounds familiar, you're not imagining things. There's actually a scientific reason behind it, and it's called the cheerleader effect. The term was popularized by none other than Barney Stinson from How I Met Your Mother, who famously claimed that women look hotter in groups. But as it turns out, this isn't just a pickup artist's flimsy theory. It's a real psychological phenomenon backed by research. The cheerleader effect suggests that individuals appear more attractive when they're part of a group compared to when they're seen alone. And it doesn't just apply to cheerleaders or Instagram models. It works on all of us, whether we realize it or not. So why does this happen? Our brains are wired to process faces in groups differently than in isolation. When we see multiple faces together, our perception averages them out, smoothing over individual flaws and emphasizing shared, appealing traits. Think of it like a photo filter, but one your mind applies automatically. If one person has a slightly asymmetrical nose and another has uneven eyebrows, grouping them together creates a kind of mental composite where those imperfections get diluted. The result? Everyone benefits from the glow up. This isn't just speculation. Researchers at the University of California, San Diego, conducted a study where participants rated the attractiveness of people in group photos versus solo shots. Consistently, the same faces were rated higher when surrounded by others. It's the same reason why a buffet of desserts might look more enticing than a single cupcake sitting alone on a plate. Context changes everything. Now here's where it gets really interesting. The cheerleader effect isn't just about physical appearance. It influences how we're perceived in everyday life. Imagine walking into a job interview alone versus walking in with a well-dressed, confident team. Even if you're the exact same person, the group dynamic shifts how others see you. This is why networking events, business meetings, and even first dates, double dates anyone, can feel different depending on who's around you. So how can you use this to your advantage? First, if you're trying to make a strong impression, whether professionally or socially, position yourself in groups. Team photos on LinkedIn, group outings with friends, or even just standing with colleagues during a presentation can subconsciously boost how others perceive you. Second, if you're online dating, consider including a few group shots, not just solo selfies, to trigger that mental averaging effect. And third, remember that this works both ways. If you're judging others, pause and ask yourself, am I seeing them clearly, or is the group distorting my perception? But here's the real twist. The cheerleader effect isn't just about looks. It applies to personalities too. Ever noticed how someone seems funnier in a group of comedians or smarter in a room full of intellectuals? We absorb the energy of those around us, and that collective vibe shapes how we're seen. So choose your circles wisely. Surround yourself with people who elevate you, and you'll naturally rise in the eyes of others. Now let's bring this home with something we've all experienced: family photos. Think about the last time you saw a picture of your relatives together. Individually, Aunt Carol might have a stern expression, Uncle Joe's hair might be a mess, and your teenage cousin might be mid-eye roll. But when you step back and see them as a whole, there's warmth, familiarity, and yes, even a strange kind of charm. That's the cheerleader effect in action, making even the most awkward family moments look like a heartwarming movie scene. So the next time you're feeling insecure about how you look in photos, or you're nervous about making an impression, remember, you don't have to go it alone. Find your group, strike a pose, and let your brain and everyone else's do the rest. Because sometimes the secret to looking your best isn't a better angle or a brighter filter. It's simply the people standing beside you. And who knows, maybe Barney Stinson was onto something after all.